Welcome to a shocking and infuriating story that will leave you speechless. Today, we bring you the tragic tale of Ryan Waller, a young man whose life was forever changed on that fateful Christmas Eve in 2006. Witness the profound impact of unforeseen events that forever changed the course of his life. Join us for a story that will leave you deeply moved and contemplating the complexities of fate and human resilience. Watch the interrogation tape that will leave you astonished.
You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it. This is just my observations that this might be an entrance, this might be an exit, this might be into his eye. And he's acting...
Our story begins in the serene town of Desert Hills, Arizona, where a compassionate 21-year-old college student named Heather Kwan resided. Heather was a beacon of kindness, renowned for her unwavering compassion and a deep-seated desire to uplift the underprivileged and forgotten members of society. Throughout her teens and early adulthood, Heather devoted herself to volunteering with children who needed it most, touching their lives with her selflessness and empathy. Her ultimate aspiration was to become a defense lawyer, a champion for those in dire need of help and support, fighting for justice with every fiber of her being. She lived with her boyfriend Ryan Waller, a bright 18-year-old man from Knoxville, Tennessee. He was an artist, crafting beautiful melodies on his guitar, and the walls of his room bore witness to the passion that flowed through his veins. Beyond his solo pursuit, Ryan cherished the bond he shared with his friends, fellow musicians who understood and appreciated his love for music. Together, they created melodies that seemed to touch the very soul of those who listened. But little did the couple know that their life's harmonious rhythm would be disrupted on that fateful Christmas Eve in 2006. An unexpected turn of events would challenge their resilience and test the strength of their spirits in ways they could have never imagined. Ryan and Heather eagerly looked forward to a few days of Christmas holiday bliss spent together. Their plans were simple yet cherished. A quiet evening in the living room, relishing the opportunity to watch TV alone while their third roommate, Alicia, was out. Having lived together for only about a month and a half, they were still getting used to the joys of sharing a home. As they settled on the couch, the laughter and warmth between them creating an atmosphere of coziness, a strange noise at the back door caught their attention. Intrigued but cautious, they exchanged puzzled glances. They hadn't anticipated any visitors. Curiosity getting the better of him, Ryan rose from the couch and made his way to the door. He recognized the two individuals on the other side, vaguely familiar faces from his past. As Ryan approached the door, the atmosphere shifted in an instant. The two visitors forcefully pushed their way inside, catching him off guard. Struggling to regain control of the situation, Ryan tried to push the door shut, hoping to deter the unexpected intruders. However, the men proved determined to advance, using sheer force to breach the threshold. With horror-stricken eyes, Ryan witnessed one of the men extending his arm through the narrow gap, wielding a weapon. Before he could fully comprehend the danger, a deafening gunshot erupted, followed by another. The echoing sound sent shockwaves through the house, shattering their once peaceful ambiance. The impact hit Ryan in the face like a relentless force, and he crumpled to the ground, the agony of the gunshot wound rendering him helpless. But the horrifying event did not end there. The two men barged into the living room, their intentions clear as they came upon Heather lying on the couch, stricken with fear. The same man who shot Ryan turned his weapon toward Heather. The echoes of gunshots faded, leaving a haunting silence in their wake. With the act of violence complete, the assailants fled the scene, convinced that their malevolent deed had ended the lives of both Ryan and Heather. They did not know that amidst the shattered remnants of their once happy home, Ryan lay wounded and disoriented, completely unaware of the heartbreaking truth that awaited him. Ryan did not know that Heather, his beloved companion, had tragically lost her life in the senseless attack. In his daze, the injury from the gunshot wound blurred his reality. He was completely unaware of the profound loss he had suffered. For days, he drifted in and out of consciousness, having no idea what was happening. Ryan had a bullet lodged in his brain, and with every second that squeezed by, it inflicted irreversible brain damage. He sat there in his house in extreme pain, anguish, and confusion, thinking that Heather was asleep on the couch until the police showed up 2 days later. Meanwhile, Ryan's father had eagerly been looking forward to celebrating Christmas dinner with the young couple. The absence of both Ryan and Heather raised concerns, and unease settled over him like a heavy cloud. Unable to bear the suspense any longer, Ryan's father took decisive action and called for a welfare check on them. When the authorities arrived at Ryan and Heather's home, they were met with what looked like an empty house at first glance. After a while of knocking at the door and shining their light through the windows, they were about to seek a warrant to enter when they were met with a distraught and disoriented Ryan, who had cuts on his face and a dreadful bruise. His demeanor was strange and evasive. After a few minutes, they convinced Ryan to let them check on the woman lying on the couch behind him. When they got closer, they could immediately see that she was dead. The discovery of Heather's fate had disturbed the officers. The tragic loss of a young life is never an easy pill to swallow. But they thought they had done at least half the job. They believed the culprit to be standing right behind them, covered in defense wounds. Despite the urgent need for medical attention, the focus shifted to Ryan's culpability. His disoriented state and strange behavior raised questions that needed answers. In a decision that would prove controversial, the police shouted at Ryan to get on the ground, and without giving it a second thought, they slammed him down and cuffed him, forcibly detaining Ryan instead of rushing him to the hospital where his dire injuries could be addressed. He was kept in the back of a police cruiser for hours while the officers taped off the scene and collected evidence. They occasionally questioned him, but their efforts were in vain. Ryan was too out of it. There even arrived an ambulance and coroner at one point to declare Heather deceased, but Ryan was still not offered any form of medical attention. Finally, the next day rolled around and Ryan was brought in for interrogation early in the morning. In the disturbing footage, a bloodied and bruised Ryan is relentlessly questioned by police. During the intense interrogation, his statements were riddled with inconsistencies and bizarre elements. What makes this situation truly bewildering is that the authorities failed to recognize that they were interrogating a victim. He had a gunshot wound on his face with a bullet lodged in his brain. The oversight by the police in discerning this crucial aspect of his circumstances is absolutely mind-boggling. He is clearly severely struggling with comprehension and is impaired beyond any reasonable explanation. The interrogation footage that you're about to see is incredibly disturbing when you have the information that we have learned throughout this video. In the beginning of the hour-long interrogation, Ryan has no recollection of the events that occurred the previous night, frustrating the detective.
All right, I'm Detective Dalton. You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here? Okay. Ryan, I'm gonna read you something so you could understand because I don't know what happened. Okay, so I'm gonna read you something to make sure you understand your rights. Okay, basically I'm gonna read you. You've seen Cops before, right? Ever seen a TV show Cops or CSI or anything like that?
Okay.
You ever seen that?
No.
You've never seen any kind of cop show? Lawyer show? Any kind of show?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to listen up real close now. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. What's the highest grade you went through school?
I don't know.
You don't know the highest grade you went through?
Eighth?
Eighth grade? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Do you have a GED?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know. I just want to go home.
Oh, you're not going to go home right now.
After about 30 minutes of back and forth, they were getting absolutely nowhere, with Ryan apparently lying about seemingly inconsequential things about himself, such as whether he watches cop shows or when he graduated from high school.
So what?
What's the highest grade that you completed?
B?
No, not grade, as in letter grade. I'm asking, did you graduate high school?
No.
And the highest you went was 8th grade?
Yep.
Do you know how to read and write, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a girlfriend? No? You know a girl named Heather?
You
know Heather's last name? What is Heather's last name?
The one that lives there right now?
I guess, I don't know. If her name's Heather, what's her last name?
I don't know which name she's trying to use as her last one. She's trying to have a real last as her nickname, so I don't know.
What nickname does she go by?
She probably wants the last name Kyman.
Kyman? How would you spell that? With a K or a C?
K.
Keep going.
I don't know.
How old is Heather?
16 or 17.
Is she a white girl?
Yeah.
How did you meet Heather?
I've known her since school.
Okay.
I don't know.
You just known her from school?
She used to be a business name. I don't know.
She used to do a business name.
She used to be in my book named with business name.
Oh, okay. She used to be in the class, your business class?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What happened to your face?
I don't know.
You told the officer just a few minutes ago that someone hit you. Do you remember who hit you?
I don't know. I think it was Heather.
Why would Heather hit you?
I don't know. It was an accident. I forgot why.
When asked about his injuries, Ryan mumbled that he thinks it was Heather, which surely made the police even more certain that they had already solved this case. Defensive wounds on a suspect are damning, and they believe they were looking at Heather's last attempts at survival. He also doesn't even know who Heather is during this interrogation.
What was an accident?
Heather's last name?
No. What was an accident?
Heather hitting me.
What did she hit you with?
Her hand and the eye.
Did you guys have an argument?
Not really, no.
Not really?
Uh-uh.
What happened for her to hit you in the eye like that?
She just hit me on accident. She was giving Christina a head.
She was what?
She was helping Christina with her hair or something. I don't know.
Who's Christina?
She's on the couch.
Christina's on the couch? What's Christina's last name?
I don't know.
What does she look like?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
Uh-uh. I really don't.
What color hair does she have?
Brown?
Is it long?
Just average.
How old is Christina?
20 maybe? I don't know.
Do you know Alicia?
Mm-mm.
You don't know Alicia?
Mm-mm.
She lives at your house? You know a guy named Eric?
Mm-hmm.
What's Eric's last name?
He's trying to pay me back. Green something.
His last name is Green something? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Where's Eric right now?
I don't know.
Do you have his phone number?
I really don't. He doesn't have one.
Okay. Do you have Heather's phone number? You don't know?
Mm-mm.
How about Christina?
Mm-mm.
You don't have anybody's phone number?
Mm-mm.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't. I just want to go to sleep and go to sleep. Oh.
Well, you remembered Heather hitting you in the eye, right?
I don't remember after that because I just went to lay down and try to go to sleep.
All right.
I don't know what anybody was doing. I really don't.
Who was in the house when you went to sleep?
Christina and Heather.
Christina and Heather.
Mm.
Okay. And Christina was on the couch?
Heather was.
Heather was on the couch. You told me Christina was on the couch just a minute ago.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't.
You just don't know?
I really don't, man.
Or you don't want to tell me?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I just want to go and go to sleep, man.
All right, you're not going to go anywhere. Do you know what happened in your house last night?
Mm-mm.
Is that house yours?
Mm-hmm.
Yours or your parents'?
Mine.
You bought that house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why? What happened? Hmm?
I don't know what happened. You're all beat up, right? So tell me what happened.
I don't know. I just want to go to sleep, man. That's it.
Then, the detectives finally hit Ryan with the truth about Heather being deceased. This seemed to shock Ryan back into reality, if only enough to appear to comprehend what he just learned. He starts to talk about the intruders that came into their home last night, and how there was some guy named Richie and his dad. He first said that the intruders shot the two with bow and arrow, until saying that it was actually a revolver. He even says that he was shot in the eye, but of course, the detective did not believe him.
I don't know. I just want to go to sleep, man. That's it.
Hey, Ryan?
Huh? Huh?
There's a dead girl in your living room.
She's dead?
Yes.
Heather?
I don't know. I want to know what happened in your house last night.
The girl on the couch is dead?
I don't know if she's on the couch. She's dead.
Well, these people came over, Richie and his dad, with shoot and arrow, bow and darts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They hit me and her with those. That's it. And Heather wasn't there. And Eric wasn't there. It was just me and Heather. What was there?
You and Heather were there. And then what happened?
And that's it. Richie and his dad tried to break in through the back.
Richie and Dad? His dad?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Richie?
I don't know.
Well, you obviously know him. You know his name by
He
Richie.
used to live there.
Was he a roommate of yours?
He used to be.
And they hit you and they hit you?
Yeah.
Now it's Richie that hit you, not Heather?
No, Richie and his dad.
Richie and his dad. They hit you.
Yes.
Why?
Because they were trying to get their stuff. I don't know why.
And they had some kind of bow and arrows?
Mm-hmm. They each had 2 revolvers and they didn't let off any shells.
Okay, you just said they had bow and arrows. Now they have revolvers?
That's what I meant. They had revolvers.
They have revolvers.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then they shot us with those.
They shot both of you?
Yeah.
Where'd they shoot you at?
I got shot in the eye.
You got shot in the eye
I think so.
with a revolver.
I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. Fuck.
Then what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know a lot, Ryan.
I don't, man. I really don't.
Did you shoot Heather?
Mm-mm.
I heard you have a lot of guns in your house.
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
Well, you know we're going to look.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe...
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I could tell you anything, I swear.
I want you to tell me the truth. That's all I want from
Richie
you.
and his dad came there. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they put me in sleeping hold. And, like, they put me in sleeping hold with the arrows and shit. Like, I lived through that crap.
Okay, they put you in a sleeping hold?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know, man.
You're telling me they put you in a sleeping hold. What is a sleeping hold?
I don't know.
Well, explain it.
really don't.
It's coming out of your mouth. Explain that to me. What's a sleeping hold?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't know.
Okay. You're telling me you're all over the board here, number one. You're saying bows and arrows, you're saying revolvers, and you're saying some other thing, and you're saying they shot you in the eye. Okay? They shot you with a revolver in your eye.
Yes. And that's
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a
If
revolver.
they shot you in the eye with a revolver, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
How do you know?
It was most likely you'd be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
Okay?
I really don't know, and I just want to go back to sleep and try to go back to bed.
You're not going back to bed. Okay? That's not going to happen.
Alright, but what happened, man? What do I gotta do? Just tell me what I gotta do.
All right, get your feet off my chair is number one. Number two, what happened to Heather?
I don't know, man. I really don't
You're
know.
now saying Richie and his dad shot Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yes.
And they shot her with a revolver.
Yes.
And did not use any gun. They came with those guns.
Mm-mm.
And they came through the where? They were breaking
Through
it?
the back.
Through the back? By your door, or is there another door?
Through the back door.
Through the back door? Is that off the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
And why would they come on Christmas Day?
I don't know. I really don't know. Really don't know.
Did they break in, or did you let them in?
I let them in,
And then what happened?
and they started shooting up the house.
With the gun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what happened?
That's it.
What happened to Heather?
Heather got shot
Where did she get shot?
inside the face once.
She got shot inside of the face?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you to her when she got shot in the face?
It was after I got shot, so I didn't even hear anything.
So you got shot first,
Uh-huh.
and what happened? Did you fall to the ground?
Yeah, I was trying to get up and shit, and I couldn't. I don't
Okay.
know.
And then she got shot?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
Nothing.
Did you call 911?
Uh-uh.
Did you see if she was alive?
She was sleeping still, and that's it. I just let her sleep.
She got shot in the side of the face, and you let her sleep?
Yes.
This does not make sense, Ryan.
I know, I didn't mean to, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was passing out. That's because I got shot wrong once, too, and I was gonna pass out.
Okay, this is now, not before.
I don't know.
You're saying right now you've been shot
Yes.
in the eye
Yes.
with the revolver.
Yes.
All right. You saw Richie and his dad shoot her.
I missed that.
You missed. They shot you first. Okay. She's under a blanket.
Heather is?
I'm asking you. Is she under a blanket?
I don't know.
You're saying she's in the living room.
Uh-huh. She was.
Okay. Do you remember what time did Richie and his dad come in?
Like 2 in the morning.
No, you were here at 2 in the morning.
I don't know exactly, man. I really don't know.
You know Ashley. She's your roommate, right?
Mm-mm.
She stays in the next room next to you.
No.
No? Who
Never
is she
did.
then?
His daughter.
Whose daughter?
Richie's dad's daughter.
Is Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
Richie's dad's daughter. Richie's dad's daughter is Ashley.
Mm-hmm. Man, I swear, I don't know. I just want to go home and go to sleep, man. I don't know.
Okay. She came home at 9:30 and you answered the door. And you were look like that at 9:30 on Christmas Day.
For Ashley?
Ashley came home.
Okay.
You let her in.
Alright. I don't remember. I don't know.
Get your feet off my seat.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Ryan, you need to start telling me the truth because your story doesn't make sense.
I'm trying, man. I don't know. Just ask me anything and I'll tell you the truth. Just ask me.
Well, I'm trying to, and you're not even coming close to the truth.
Go ahead, ask me.
What happened with you and Heather last night?
Her dad came and shot the house.
And shot her.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad. Now, Richie is her dad?
Mm-hmm.
Or Richie's her brother?
Yeah, her dad.
Her dad shot her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I tried to go back to sleep.
After you've been shot
Mm-hmm.
in the eye,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know enough to call 911.
Mm-mm.
Why did you call 911?
Because I was just trying to go to sleep. That's it.
You just saw Richie's and his dad shoot your girlfriend, and you just felt like you needed to go to sleep?
Something like that. I don't know, man. I really don't.
Ryan, look at me. Ryan,
Yes. I don't know, man. I really don't
why
know.
did you shoot Heather, Ryan?
I didn't shoot Heather. She was already shot once by her brother, I swear.
Richie.
Yes.
Richie shot his own sister.
Yes, I swear. That's it.
Sit down.
Not me.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes. That's it.
Put your feet up on the table, please.
My feet hurt, man. I don't know why.
Get them off my table. Let me see your nose. Come on, put your legs down. Put your legs down. Bring your face closer.
Then, after inexplicable brain damage and suffering, and a bizarre interrogation that was going nowhere, the detective asked if he could see the wound closer. He fell silent upon realizing what he was seeing, and excused himself from the room to call emergency services and get Ryan to the hospital. This was a long overdue act.
Oh, my head hurts.
Okay. Hey, Ryan,
Yes.
I got the fire department coming to take a look at it. They're going to probably take you to the hospital.
You taking me to the hospital?
Yeah, we're going to take you to the hospital.
Why?
Well, if you've seen your face and the way you're doing things, it doesn't make sense right now, okay? We're just going to make sure you're okay.
I just want to go back to bed, man.
Well, that's the problem. If you have some kind of head injury, you shouldn't be sleeping, okay? Well, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. There you go. All right. Okay. Hey, guys. Captain, you're not going to believe this one. I can't believe it either. You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it. This is just my observations that this might be an entrance, this might be an exit, this might be into his eye. And he's acting like he has a serious head injury, which would make sense.
Due to the incomprehensible amount of time Ryan was left without treatment, he was in critical condition caused by an infection that spread to his brain. His eye and brain were swollen as one of the bullets was lodged behind his eye. His family was told by the physician overlooking his care that his injuries would have been significantly less severe if Ryan had gotten immediate medical attention. There were also severe injuries from bone fragments and bullet shrapnel. In the month that he was under intensive care, Ryan would lose his eyes and large portions of his brain, leaving him afflicted with seizures for the rest of his life. Some sources say he lost only one eye. While he was in the hospital, the police did end up catching a man named Richie Carver and his father Larry. Ryan had only vaguely known Richie and never met his father. Richie lived in the home that Ryan shared with Heather, and they met in passing a handful of times when Richie needed to pick up mail. All the intrusion was supposed to be was a burglary, as they assumed the home would be empty for the holidays. Unfortunately for the young couple, they had planned a romantic night home alone. Apparently, Larry had admitted what he had done to his wife Cheryl right away, reportedly stating, "I just fucked up. I killed 2 people, and I gotta get out of here," before briefly going on the run. Sherry denied this and invoked her right to not testify against her spouse, which had enraged Heather's family, who sought justice. Thankfully, their work paid off as Heather's law was passed in Arizona, and Larry's case would be opened again to include Sherry's testimony. Larry would be charged with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, burglary, and aggravated assault. As for Richie, the man who planned the entire attack, he was convicted of felony murder, burglary, aggravated assault, and misconduct involving weapons. He was sentenced to life with no possibility of parole. The perpetrators were in prison, and Heather's devastated family could at least have closure. But Ryan's family tried to sue the Phoenix Police Department for mishandling the case. Unsurprisingly, an internal investigation occurred, and nobody was found at fault. They hired experts who stated that the time Ryan was in custody made no difference to the outcome of his condition. While the Wallers fought this and had their own experts who were able to show that the 6-hour delay increased the damage he endured, The lawsuit came to an end when the city of Phoenix filed a motion for dismissal. Ryan miraculously lived for a few more years with a drastically reduced quality of life, no longer being independent and relying on help from his father. He was permanently blind and suffered from relentless seizures, and those close to him said that he behaved as though he had dementia. Then, after 10 painful years, a seizure he had while out grocery shopping claimed his life, ending his suffering and allowing him to finally rest. If you've been moved by the story and want to help, consider supporting foundations that provide aid and support to victims of violent crimes. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more eye-opening stories and stay tuned for our next gripping episode. Remember, every voice matters. Until next time, stay safe and take care.